What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today on the menu, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my green baby lima beans. Let me get my packing shorts and it's frozen. Okay, so I want to be showing you guys exactly how I prepare baby lima beans, and these are the green ones. Sometimes I cook the white ones, but this is what I'm going to cook today, and I'm going to share the recipe with you guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is this. Like I said, this is how I cook mine. I have 3 smoked ham hocks in my pot here. Okay, and all I've done to this at this point was covered the ham hocks with water, cold water. I'm going to bring this, I'm going to put a lid over this. I'm not going to add in any seasonings at this time. I'm going to put a lid on it, let it boil, come to a hard boil, but it's probably going to take about 15 minutes. And then I'll bring you guys back and I'll show you everything that I add inside of it. So like I said, it'll be cooking green baby lima beans, frozen. And excuse me. The first thing we're going to do is cook our ham hocks. These ham hocks I cook for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, or until they're tender. First thing, like I said, I'm going to let this boil for about 15 minutes. Let it come to a hard boil. That way, if they have any foam around the top, I could take my spoon and remove it, or anything that I see that in here that I don't want, because I've already washed and cleaned the ham hocks. But if I let it boil for a little bit, maybe some other things might rise up, and I can pour it off. But excuse me. So once this comes to a boil, I bring you guys back and I'll show you what all I add inside of it. So I'm gonna have my stove on a medium heat, and I'm just gonna place the lid on top of this here. Okay. Once it start boiling, I'll bring you guys back and we'll finish this recipe. See you guys in a second. Okay, you guys, and I'm back. So my ham hocks had come to a boil, and there's just a little bit of foam at the top. I just want to remove that off. It's not much. These are small, tender ham hocks, so that's why you probably don't see as much. And I cleaned them very good before I started to boil them. So there's not much foam, just a little bit. But I do want to remove that. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is add in my onion and just a little bit of this chicken flavor here. Okay, so some floating around over here. I didn't see it. Let's see. Go around the edges, skim the edges of your pot. It should come right on out. Okay, just like that. They already smelling good. I ain't added anything in there. Okay, so that's good enough. There may be just a little bit left. You probably won't get all of it out, but that's fine. Okay, so I have it on. I turned it up a little. I think I'm gonna keep it on a 6 and let it cook. But this is what I'm going to add in here now. Make sure you guys can see. Okay, I don't measure. I just sprinkle just a little bit, just a little pinch in there, because this can be too salty if you add too much. And if it's not salty enough, once you get ready to cook everything, then you can always go back and add the salt. Or if you add too much, you can remove some of the water and put a little fresh water in there. Now this is going to help flavor this water and get your beans ready for the for this juice here, or for the broth that's going to be in here that you're going to be cooking your beans in. You always want to have flavor in your water. You don't want to add in food, food, beans, or whatever else you're cooking. If your water doesn't have any flavor, then your food ain't gonna have no flavor. Just think about it that way. And so now I'm going to add in my onion. And this is a medium onion that I've chopped up. You can chop it the way you like it. You don't even have to add it in here, but this is the way I choose to cook my beans. It's just add a little more flavor. And by the time I get ready to add in my beans, the onions will be almost cooked to nothing. But this will add flavor to your broth or your juice. Okay, so we're going to cover this back up and let this cook for another good, I don't want to cook it too fast, another good, and I'm not going to cover it all the way. Oh, maybe I can. Yes, I will. Okay, so cover it up, let it cook for about an hour, hour and a half, and then you can come back and add your beans in. So when I get ready to do that part, I'll let you guys see that. So you can, since this is a what I called it? Green baby lima beans recipe. Okay, so I'll see you guys back in just a second. And in the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and turn on your notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. I'll see you guys back in just a second. Okay, you guys, and I'm back. So my ham hock has been cooking for a good minute. They should be nice and tender. I did shake them off camera, and I checked the broth on them, and it was a little too salty. So what I did was I poured some of that juice off, and I added some fresh juice. So let's taste that and see how it tastes. Like I said, if that happens to you, then you know what to do. Just pour a little bit of that juice off and add you some fresh hot water back on there. Let's taste it again. Let's see if I need to pour any more off. Okay, that's good there. It's still got a little salt taste to it, but you don't want it to be bland. Okay, so that the beans are going to soak up most of that juice in there. At this point now, can you guys see inside of the pots? I'll move you around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, they're nice and tender. Okay, see how they almost like falling off the bone. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these from this pot and add them in this bowl, add them in the bowl and let them cool off so I can remove the meat off of the bone. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. Take these out. Sometimes you can just leave them in, but I don't want to just, ooh, that was slippery. I want to take it out so I can remove the meat off of the bone. Okay, so at this point here, I have my beans. Let me get this cleaned up, y'all. I don't like to cook in the mess, so let's get this cleaned up a little bit. Anyway, what I was saying was I have my beans and I've washed them frozen. I let them stay in the top of the refrigerator to just now. And I've actually rinsed them off really good, and I took out all the ugly beans. Okay? So at this point now, I'm just going to add in my beans and put my brown sugar, a little sugar in here. And as you can see, I don't have much water. Okay. Got a nice flavor to it. So let's add in our beans. Okay, so we got our lima beans here. We added those in. Okay. And stir those around up in there. I'm gonna let these cook for about 30 minutes. Like I said, you still got your onion in there. You can't really tell. You can taste the flavor of the onion in there, but you can't see it. And if you decide that you don't want to use onions, you can always add you in a little onion powder, or add you in some different seasonings. And I think I want to add in some black pepper at this point. Just adding a little black pepper. Not much, just a little bit. And we're going to add in our brown sugar. Okay? I'm going to put a tablespoon of brown sugar. That's all it takes. It don't take much. Or a heaping tablespoon of, 1 tablespoon is a heaping tablespoon of brown sugar. And that's it. That's it and that's all. Okay, let's give that a stir. We're going to bring this back to a boil. And then while this is cooking, I'm going to be taking the meat off of the bone. Okay. Let's do it that way. Now let's add our top back on here and let it cook for about 30 minutes. Okay? And I'll bring you guys back when I get ready to add my meat in and let you guys see exactly what the end result looks like. See you guys in just a second. Okay, you guys, and I'm back. So at this point, I've taken all the meat off my ham hock. I've added the meat back in, and I've also added the bone back in. But I mainly took that skin off. So this is what it looks like. Okay. It's got a nice flavor, nice, it's very tasteful. It's not over salted. It's got that ham flavor to it. And that little pinch, that little tablespoon of brown sugar that we put in here, it just really took the seasoning. It really enhanced it, okay? So that's all I'm trying to say. So this is what it looks like. And when I plate everything, I'll bring you guys back and I'll let you see what it looks like on the plate. See you guys back in a second.